Hello everyone. So welcome back to the physics classes. So in today's video we will study the retardation plates as well as its type. So first we'll see what is the retardation plates. So here the devices used to produce the path difference ordinary and extraordinary rays are called retardation plates. So here retardation plate is giving a path difference between ordinary ray and the extraordinary ray. So we are getting the two ordinary ray and the extraordinary ray. Whatever the path difference between the two rays, we can call this as a retardation plates. Okay, retardation plate is nothing but in simple word it is a path difference between O ray and the E ray. So there are the two types of retardation plates. So retardation plates, it have two types. It has two types. First one is quarter wave plate and second one is half wave plate. So one by one we will see what is the quarter wave plate and what is the half wave plate. So here let's begin with the quarter wave plates. The quarter wave plates, quarter is nothing but how much? 1/4. Okay. So first we know the meaning of the quarter. So quarter wave plate. So we are studying here the quarter wave plate. So see here, it is a plate of doubly refracting uniaxial crystal. So whatever this plate is there, it is one plate of a doubly refracting uniaxial crystal. Of which type of crystal? Calcite or quartz. First it is a plate of a doubly refracting uniaxial crystal of calcite or quartz of suitable thickness. So it is a plate of a uniaxial crystal. Okay, doubly refracting crystal which is made up of water. Either it may be calcite or it may be quartz. And again it have certain thickness and whose reflecting faces are cut parallel to the direction of the optic axis. So whatever these reflecting faces are there, that can be cut by water parallel to the optic axis. So see, this is the explanation of the first para. So here whatever our plate is there, that plate containing or by taking that plate of the doubly refracting uniaxial crystal. So what is which crystal we are taking? Either it may be calcite or the quartz, and again it have certain suitable thickness, and again whose reflecting faces are parallel to the direction of the optic axis. Okay, this is the completion of the first para. Next here, the incident plane polarized light. Whatever the incidenting light is there, that will be plane polarized. So that incident plane polarized light is perpendicular. It is perpendicular. Where it is perpendicular? So see, it is perpendicular to surface, and the ordinary ray and extraordinary ray travel along the same direction with the different velocities. Okay, so here in next para what they given, whatever we are incidenting a light, that incidenting light is plane polarized, and that plane polarized light is perpendicular to its surface. Okay, next what happened means, whatever we are getting the ordinary ray and extraordinary ray, that can be travel along the same direction. Again we are getting first doubly refracting. We know that here double refraction. What is the double refraction? We are incidenting a plane polarized light or the polarized light and placing one crystal. We are getting two rays, ordinary ray and extraordinary ray. So same procedure is there. So the incident plane polarized light is perpendicular. So perpendicular to the surface, and ordinary and extraordinary ray travel along the same direction with the different velocities. Same direction, it has same direction but has the different velocities. Okay, this is the explanation of the second para. So next we'll see in third para what happened. If the thickness of the plate is T, whatever the thickness is there of the quarter wave plate, we are considering that thickness is at T and refractive indices for the ordinary ray and the extraordinary ray is N naught and Ne. N is nothing but the refractive index. N naught means it is the refractive index of ordinary ray, and Ne is the refractive index of what? Extraordinary ray respectively. Then the path difference introduced between the two rays is given by. Next, what they given? The given here the path difference introduced between the ordinary ray and the extraordinary ray. Okay. So this is the explanation of this slide. So in first para, taking a doubly refracting uniaxial crystal. So again that may be calcite or quartz which has certain suitable thickness, and reflecting faces are what? Parallel to the direction of optic axis. In next para, whatever the incident plane polarized light is there, that is perpendicular to the surface, and ordinary ray and extraordinary ray travel along the same direction which has different velocities. And in next, whatever we are taking that plate, already they given it has certain suitable thickness. So that thickness we are considering here T, and the refractive indices for the ordinary ray and extraordinary ray is what? N naught and Ne, and the path difference is given by. So see here in next slide, for negative crystal the path difference they given for the negative crystal, the path difference is what? N naught minus Ne into T. Again for the positive crystal the path difference is Ne minus N naught into T. So in a negative crystal the Ne means refractive index of extraordinary crystal comes in a negative sign, but in a positive crystal the refractive index of ordinary ray comes in a negative sign. So first I given the path difference of negative as well as the positive crystal. Next see, to produce a path difference of lambda by 2, lambda by 4 in a calcite. So here lambda by 4. Why the lambda by 4 means? We are studying for the quarter wave plate. Quarter is nothing but 1 by 4. So here whatever the path difference is producing in a quarter wave plate, that will be lambda by 4. In which crystal? Calcite we are taking here. Next here N naught minus Ne equal to lambda by 4. Next, in terms of thickness, we can write this as a T equal to lambda by 4 into N naught minus Ne. And in the case of quartz, so in the case of calcite, we are getting here T equal to lambda by 4 into N naught minus Ne. For the quartz, again it is same. So we can write here or conclude, if the plane polarized light whose plane of vibration is inclined at an angle of 45 degree to the optic axis is incident on a quarter wave plate, the emergent light is circularly polarized. So in that, whatever the light we are getting at final, that will be what? Circularly polarized. Okay. So this is the explanation of the what? Quarter wave plate. Okay. Next, we'll move for the half wave plate. So see here, what is the half wave plate means? These plates are also made from a doubly refracting uniaxial crystal. So in quarter wave plate, in a first para we studied. So same, this plate is also made from the doubly refracting uniaxial crystal. Of which type of crystal? Same, quartz or the calcite, and again with its refracting faces cut parallel to the optic axis. Again same first para will come for the quarter wave plate as well as the half wave plate. Here also what? The half wave plate is what? Made up of doubly refracting uniaxial crystal. The crystal type is, it may be quartz or the calcite, and again whatever the refracting faces are there, that cut parallel to the optic axis. So see here, again the thickness of the plate is such that the ordinary and the extraordinary ray have a path difference is equal to lambda by 2. Here half is nothing but 1 by 2. So the path difference we are getting between the ordinary ray and extraordinary ray in a half wave plate, we are getting that lambda by 2. After passing through the crystal. So after passing through the crystal, we are getting two rays in a half wave plate. Whatever the path difference we are getting, that path difference is nothing but lambda by 2. So see the continuation part of this. For a negative crystal, path difference is equal to what? N0 minus Ne into T. So N0 is what? Refractive index of ordinary ray, and Ne is nothing but a refractive index of the extraordinary ray, and T be the thickness. So same again the given for the negative crystal as well as the positive crystal, the path differences. N0 minus Ne into T for a negative crystal, and Ne minus N0 into T is for a positive crystal. Next here, to produce a path difference of lambda by 2 in calcite. So in lambda by 2 calcite crystal, the path difference is produced. So we can write here N0 minus Ne equal to lambda by 2. For which crystal we are writing here? For calcite crystal we are writing this. N0 minus Ne is equal to lambda by 2. Next here, in terms of thickness we are writing T is equal to lambda divided by 2 into N0 minus Ne. So and in case of the quartz we are writing T is equal to lambda by 2 into bracket N0 minus Ne. So in terms of calcite and in terms of quartz. And again we conclude that when a plane polarized light is incident on a half wave plate such that it makes an angle 45 degree. So whatever our incident plane polarized light is incident on a half wave plate. So at that time what happened means which is making an angle of 45 degree with the which axis? Optic axis. So next here, a path difference of lambda by 2 is introduced between the extraordinary ray and ordinary ray. So we know that we are studying here the retardation plate and its types. Retardation itself is what? A path difference between the two rays, ordinary ray and extraordinary ray. So in a half wave plate we are getting the path difference is what? Lambda by 2. So we are explaining in this para. So see here, the emergent light is plane polarized and the direction of the linear incident light is rotated through 90 degree. So here whatever the emergent light is what? A plane polarized and direction of the linear incident light is rotated and through the 90 degree. Okay, so this is the explanation for the what? Half wave plate. So in today's video we already studied the retardation plate and the types of the retardation plates. So two type of retardation plate, quarter wave plate and the half wave plate, and their explanation as well as the path differences. Okay, so we'll continue in next class. Thank you.